Ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind taking your seats, the show should begin shortly.
Looks like it connects to those because we gotta start asking about the real questions, the burning questions, the questions on everybody's mind out here at... Oh, there's someone who's actually tried to glitch onto the stage. There we go. And let's ask the real questions, the burning questions, the questions on everybody's mind out here at Pillow Talk. Okay, I know I left my glasses over. Ooh, warn a guy. Warn somebody. Hello and welcome back to Pillow Talk, the place where every update completely screws over everything that we have. But that's all right. We're not done screwing everything over. We still do. And speaking of, we're here with our next guest. This absolute character has been all over Rec Room asking for all the items again, and we can't wait to tell him no this time. It's none other than... Ghosty!
What's up?
Ghosty, you look absolutely magnificent in that new outfit. But tell us, what sort of witch's brews have you been working on with all those chickens that you have at your ranch?
Alright, so you know, just working on some potions, witch stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, working on some potions.
Find out if you don't trick-or-treats this trick-or-treat Sparky. Now, Ghosty, we do have another question here from one of your fans. I believe it was... Oh, there he is, HF. HF wanted to know who are the people arguing in the background and who's winning so far.
What? People arguing? Man, I say it's anybody. Anybody's fight, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Never know.
How much want to bet he's gonna leave?
Oh, these curtains. I'd say they were haunted, but that's just typecasting at this point. All right, Ghosty, we do have another question here for you, and I've kind of been wondering this myself, but have you ever been so far as to consider what possibly could have been felt like?
Yeah, I really have. I really have.
And that's the kind of answers we can expect. Give it up, everybody. Ghosty, a few words, but all talent. Ghosty, it's always great to talk to you.
I got one more thing. What's the
Oh, yes. Good. Calm down, folks. Calm down. We got another question. Sorry, Ghosty. What was it?
What's it like being Ned Flanders?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I'm not a religious fellow myself, and I'm not single father taking care of kids. I would not know what it's like.
Yo, can you go find your seat?
I mean, you kind of look like him. You never know.
No, he looks like me. I look like me, darn it. I don't look like Ned Flanders. And you're going to stop saying it, you. Yeah, everybody, for putting that my worm in my head. All right, you can get off my stage. Go on, get.
You get it a potion.
That's right. Ride that witch's broom on out of here. I'm not Ned Flanders. I'm not. I'm Foggy. But that's all right. Let's bring it on over to our next guest. This particular character absolutely knows what they're saying when it comes to all sorts of things. Oh yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's none other than... Glizzy! So, Glizzy, the Glizzinator, the Glizzle that glizzles, tell us, as a future star on the TV and radio, everybody wants to know about your next big flick, and why does it involve dodgeball?
I hope he don't bring me up there, cause
I don't know.
Not going up there.
Completely understand how it is, folks. He just can't get away from getting balls to the face. Now, Glizzy, a lot of people want to know more about your outfit here, and why you insisted on having real hot mustard plastered all over your body. Isn't that, like, not good for your skin?
Actually, it tastes pretty good. You know, it's a snack for later.
Oh, absolutely, Glizzy. Now, there's a man who knows how to keep things tasteful in more ways than one. Now, Glizzy, we do have one last question here for you before you hop off, and I've been wanting to know ever since you got on. Tell us. Did you know that your mic is muted?
I know it's not because you've been answering me.
And give it up for Glizzy, everybody. thank you so much for giving us those answers, even if we couldn't hear them. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtains to your left or to your right.
No, I was doing work.
I'm fairly certain he was muted. Anyways, we'll worry about that part later, as in the meantime, we got to give it up for our next two guests. These two are going to make something absolutely magnificent happen up on stage, but they don't even know it yet. Give it up for our next two. King Pei, P. Jackson, and Dorf.
Oh my god. Hello.
So, if you don't want me asking, man, I have a question for you because I think I recognize you from other places.
Oh, absolutely, P. What do you need?
Do you ever work for a group called the Jackson family? Our state.
Maybe. Hard maybe.
You're
More
in
than
our
likely.
Introduction in our. You're the introduction in my boss's estate. You're in the introduction in this. I remember you.
That sounds magnificent. What's the name of the estate so that people can swing by and see it?
Jackson's estate. Please check it out. We're trying to get that place popping, man. It's over 50 sub-rooms, the largest estate in the mob community. 50 sub-rooms. Please check it out.
My goodness. All sorts of things to see. But speaking of things to see, I need your two help in order to make something magical here happen up on stage. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
That sounds like a yes to me. Let's head on down.
Look at the church.
And over here on the oh, just ignore that. It's the ghost being mean again. So, I understand that Dorf, you're the one with the magic hands capable of making anything that your mind's eye can see come up on a canvas. Would you mind making just a simple house for us this, I was about to say Christmas season, Halloween season?
Yeah, before we do that.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and feed your cat. Just get started on that and go ahead and just wash the blood off of there. All right, King, you're going to follow me over here to the kitchen.
Yeah, let me make a house.
Spaghetti.
Okay, King, while he's working on making that awesome boat, we're going to head over to the kitchen and get those trick-or-treat Rice Krispies ready.
Mr. Golem!
Now, while you're working on these, everyone needs this in their room, which is what?
Ooh, girl, what is going on?
Which is why we're going to supply them to you here. That's right. Oh no, ignore the hand. That was just in there. We've got ourselves this pocket of air.
Man. I remember Jeff. He was here last week.
Absolutely. He was a magnificent guest. Anyway, you get started with that, and we're going to head back over. I'm going to head back over to the kitchen.
Let's get started, too. There's nothing to
cook.
cook.
Making the Rice Krispies.
There's no way to cook. There's nothing to cook.
All these instruments are here for you. You work it out. We'll be back. All right. With him working on the treats, let's go see if we can work on the trick with Dorf over at the canvas. So is this like a top-down view of a boat by chance? Because I don't understand what we're looking at here.
Wait.
I wanted you to draw a boat, Dorf.
You said house.
No, I quite clearly said a boat. We're doing the trick-or-treating at a dock. We need a boat, my guy. Preferably one that people can live in, too. Anyways, you get back to work. It's fine. We'll come back to it in a second. Oh, some people just still can't hear us with the audio glitch. You know how it is. Let's bring it back over to the kitchen and see what's cooking.
What he cooked?
I don't know how that happened.
Krispies. I didn't mean this crisp. What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I got bet $10 by that man right there to slap you in the back of the head with the
You broke our cast iron pan. I hope you win that bet, because you're going to need to replace that. All right, you keep working over here. We're going to take it back over to the canvas and make sure he's got that plane ready for us.
I can't work anymore.
It keeps switching every time.
You know, some follow instructions and are always looking to just break stuff, you know? All right, let's take a look at that plane. And, I mean, we have the front wings right over there. Is this a top-down view again?
Oh, you said boat.
Help.
I quite clicked the airplane because this is happening over at an airport, not a seaport.
Yes, yes.
You know
said
what?
vote on the dog.
I'm getting in the way of
dog.
your artistic integrity, and obviously the audio isn't thing. We want an airplane. Okay? Okay. You do you, North.
Remember you said that. Remember.
Artists, they just can't. It's okay, folks. Let's bring it back over to the kitchen, grab ourselves a snack, and reset. Oh, good. He's gone AFK. The place is on fire. And somehow he's installed a my kitchen. As if he didn't need enough as is. Excuse me. Excuse me. Could you sign this petition? And also a waiver that I get to sue you for everything? No? Okay, we'll come back to him. We'll be back in just a second.
I'm pregnant.
Well, I'm fairly certain this can't get any worse, so let's bring it back over to the canvas and see how the car is coming along.
Don't worry, I'm getting everything on camera, sir.
Ooh, it looks like it's going to be one of those sports cars. I mean, that's a funny looking wheel, but...
That's a plane.
Oh, you said plane.
I quite
Yeah,
clearly
goddamn, bro,
said
you said
car.
plane.
How else are you supposed to go trick-or-treating? How are you supposed to get to the neighborhoods and the ports? You need a car in order to get there, my man.
You said plane.
And I said you've got hearing damage. Give it up for Dwarf, everybody, for doing his best to try to provide this weird-looking shoe for everybody.
Sure, that's a plane.
I love you, Thor.
No,
I love deaf people!
absolutely, it's plain to see. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain, right over here.
Be quiet.
So how do I just work this curtain? Do I just walk into it?
No, yeah, just duck in under the tape. Don't worry about that. It's certainly not about an escaped orangutan or anything like that. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure there's not a brick wall behind this? Because I don't want to run into a brick wall right now.
Oh, eventually there will be a brick wall behind it, but technically also behind it. And there's a brick wall over there. But look, there's not going to be a brick wall, I promise.
You know, I'm trying to hold on. Let me do this.
It's actually kill sauce. He didn't specifically say kill sauce, but let's bring it back over to the kitchen.
Okay.
And it looks like he's still AFK. Hang on a second. I've got something that might cheer him up. Oh, he isn't even reacting to the wet willy.
Oh, he left!
Still
Oh, bitch, he just left. Oh.
me. All right, looks like... Oop. He's
Did he
gone.
leave?
Was he
Oh, no.
ever truly here?
He's gone.
And did Rita try to glitch his way back up on stage?
Where the hell did he go?
Guess we'll never know. In the meantime, let's bring it back over to the center and let's get back to talking to you.
Okay.
Now, folks, I've been up here yammering away for far too long. I'm fairly certain you have questions of your own out there in the audience. Let's take a moment and swing on over to the chat section for a second and see what kind of questions we can't address for you. And again, please keep it PG-13. You're 13-year-olds. You're a chipmunk? Well, that's great, chipmunk. You're streaming this? My goodness! How many views are we getting? 1, 2?
It probably got
10.
Yami Wolf wants to know, how are you today? I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to, move it through the paces and try to get this show out. Besides having the updates just completely screw everything up again. All right. It looks like we're not getting much in the way of questions, so it looks like I'm going to have to bring up my own questions with our next 3 people up. King J, no, not in that way. In the meantime, let's bring it up for our next 3 guests. It's none other than Chipmunk, HF, and Mr. Piddles.
Hi. Real?
So, I understand it that you 3 have recently come together to create an a cappella group this Halloween. Mind harmonizing with me and belting out a few tunes?
Maybe.
All right, I'll start us off. HF,
Yeah,
you
he's a
take the
choir.
next one.
What the fuck?
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
Come on, Chipmunk.
Come on.
Good job, bro. You're sick of this. Really good that they hired you.
Never gonna let you.
Mr. Piddles, take it away.
Me.
Never gonna bring you. Never gonna. I don't know the lyrics after that.
Come on now, it's 2
Don't
weeks
look at people
away
again.
from finals. I'm not losing to Centennial again.
Okay,
And hurt you. Never gonna make you cry.
Never gonna.
Say goodbye.
We're gonna skip over Chipmunk.
Hurt you.
Yes.
All right, at least everybody else knows what lyrics are and what their timing is. That's all right.
Out of here, bro.
Oh, you're a cute little chipmunk, ain't you? You weird little furry with Mr. Piddles. Go back on the
You weird little furry.
couch for me, would you?
Stop
Now,
posing it.
Mr.
Stop
Piddles,
posing
I understand that you and your husband adopted chipmunk. What's it like trying to work with a different species of rodent into your life?
So it was very hard with my family, but in his, but eventually it worked out. It worked out.
Oh, absolutely. All the great things do, especially for HF's wallet. Isn't that right, HF? I hear you're destitute these days.
I'm kind of poor right now. But for this man, he kept going to the casino.
No,
Yeah,
yes, he keeps
I
taking
stole
things
his
and
money.
putting them in his cheeks. Chipmunk, why is that? Why do you keep taking food and simply putting them in your cheeks? You're supposed to eat that, you know.
No, you're not.
Oh, absolutely, Chipmunk. All right, Mr.
up.
Piddles, HF, we got one last question for you. And
Yes.
Chipmunk, you're more than allowed to answer this if you feel like it, but I just want to know.
I wanted a candy.
When it comes to your family in particular, how has this affected your choice of Dungeons and Dragons characters growing up?
So it was. Oh, you go first.
I mean, you gotta get that balling character, you know, that relates to yourself, but not in the same ways you think it is yourself. But you still gotta give it that kind of touch up. That's
Exactly.
yourself,
It's
but
all
it's that
about
feel
being
the feel
yourself
of
when you
balling.
can pretend to be anyone. Give it up for HF, Mr. Piddles, and Chipmunk, everybody.
Well, his part of the D&D's.
Yeah, what about me?
What about
You
you?
get the answer. You're gonna leave my husband out of this?
Oh, absolutely, Chipmunk. Your punches are ineffectual. No, don't put that in your mouth. Stop that. All right, find an
Taking
exit.
this. I'm robbing you.
No,
Taking
not
this.
my... Darn it, that one had a razor blade in it. That was for somebody else.
Lord.
Hey, no, get out of there. Go on, shoot. It's mine. Dysfunctional families. You can't pick them, but you sure as heck can try to do what you can with them. Which is why we're bringing up our next family up. These next three are an absolute classic. They know how to actually be more than yours. And we can't wait to see them. It's none other than... Doc, Snacky Buns, and the Horror Show.
Hello.
Snacky Buns, I understand that as the leader of this particular family, it was
Yes,
on
yes.
you to choose out who gets to wear what for Halloween. Tell us,
Okay,
why
never
does
mind.
Doc look like he's going to go fishing in the middle of winter after he goes
Oh, you
to
know.
a beach?
He's always wanted to be a fisherman, and it's almost winter. He needed his little
Oh.
scarf and his
Shut
hat.
up.
He gets sick a lot.
Girl, don't be there.
Completely
Yes.
understandable. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with the fact that his shirt doesn't have sleeves, but we'll worry about that part later. Now,
Yeah.
Horror Show, I understand it that you're going with a
Breast
classic
lemon
look
pepper
this
tenders.
particular Halloween. One that anybody can recognize from horror movies of old, The Mummy.
With
Tell
that
us,
fake blazer
how does
you
his
got on.
outfit
I forgot blazer,
really
thank you.
portray what The Mummy is all about?
Don't be moaning
Well.
shit like that. What you got going on?
Oh, absolutely.
she's a wolf.
Could
Yeah.
not agree more. Isn't that right, Candy Dust?
He's a wolf.
And of course, Snacky Buns. I understand that,
thank you for
as
saying
someone
that.
who
I didn't
owns their
really
own
wanna say
hair
it.
parlor, it's taken you forever to get all sorts of little bits and pieces out of
Yes.
Horror Show's hair all the time, and of course taking Doc to the actual dog.
I
Tell
mean,
us, how
I'm
do
a
you...
little scared because he had lice. I'm sorry for saying that, but he did have lice. But he did tip me, and I got these gloves.
That's right, folks.
Yes.
Which means if you put up a good job, some people are going to give you money just for being you. Now, Snacky Buns, Doc, this one goes out to you two specifically, and I kind of want to know, even though Horror Show is like a actual person with actual stuff going on, which toe do they like to suck on the most?
Oh. So, I only have
big one.
4
Keep
toes.
it PG-13, Doc. Come on now. There's no need for that.
I only have
Snacky?
4 toes.
It's rated R.
Oh, they only have 4 toes? Maybe that's why they enjoy
I
doing
do.
that. Okay, completely understandable. And of course, Horror Show, we have one last question for you, and that question is, who's that good girl? Who's that good little girl? Who's that good girl?
This is my daughter.
Yes, and they're also a wolf this
Lock
season.
him up, R. Kelly. Lock him up. Lock him up.
That means they get scritchies, right? That's a thing with furries, right? They get scritchies
No,
too. Anyways, give it up for Doc, Snacky Buns, and the Horror Show for coming out and showing us what families really like.
Can I have a piece of candy before I go?
Oh, absolutely. The purple ones have laxatives. The red ones have fentanyl.
Well, I guess today's my last day.
Best of luck to you. Anyway, folks, speaking of variety and all sorts of things in the bucket, if you've got a crown, come on down. Let's give a shout out to the awesome staff who are able to put on the show here for you. That's right, we're talking about Borb, Deadman Corey, Jesus Plays Rec Room, Mr. Cam, Spoopy Billy, Kuiper VR, as well as Mr. Sparky. Oh, right, and Yummy Wolf. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to put on the show here for you. All right, places, everyone, places. Jesus, those are for everybody. And besides, those gummies are really expensive before I even put the razor blades in them. Come on now, go on, get.
Can you stop taking pictures?
We're talking about this at your review.
Dang.
In the meantime, if you want to hang out with us when we don't have a show going on, which is, most of the week, simply swing over to our Discord. Links provided at the top of the building and over at the front.
I'm not going to no Discord,
And even check
dude.
out our new Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thefoggygolem. We don't have the shows up, but you can hear me narrate along with everybody else as we continue to lick walls in Minecraft. Like, who even does that anymore? It's such a baby's game. Anyways, we've got one last question here for you tonight, and I need it answered from everybody still in the queue system. Did you have fun?
Sure. Oh, I'm up here. Oh, yay.
Did you have fun?
I was recording the whole time.
And that's the answers I was looking for. Thank you all so much for coming out to see Pillow Talk. I've been your host, the Foggy Golem, and we hope to talk to you on your couch. Toodles.
Hey, Golem, I've been streaming, just letting you know.
Heaven.
Real quick,
Foggy, real quick. Is it the purple ones of razor blades? Oh, fuck it.
I like the razor blades. They add flavor. Oh, why am I back here? Why am I?
Love razor blades. Oh, shit.
Why are you back here? Hey, Jesus. Well, now that the show's finally over, do you guys want to see what's actually behind the thing before it actually, kicks people off? Now that the lights are fully off? Here.
Yeah. What the hell?
Thank you all so much for coming out to see Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk goes live every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, only on Rec Room. But if you want to keep tabs on when the shows are, we've got an event button
I can't hear
located
you
at
over
the
my own
beginning of the
voice.
building.
Sorry.
And swing over to our Discord channel for costs and up.